Tensions are rising in one of the most hotly contested regions on the planet, the South China Sea.
The South China Sea.
South China Sea.
And the U.S. increased its military presence in the South China Sea.
The rising tensions between the U.S. and China in the Pacific. As the geopolitical rivalry between the United States and China grows increasingly intense, the Pacific region is once again at the center of global attention. Recent reports suggest that the U.S. Air Force is preparing to integrate long-range anti-ship missiles LRASM into its F-16 Viper fighter jets. This development could pose a significant challenge to China's Navy, which is now regarded as the largest naval force in the world. The question remains, how will this latest military advancement impact the already strained relationship between the U.S. and China? And what shifts will it bring in the balance of naval and air power, the U.S. and its allies versus China in the Pacific? The United States is steadily increasing its naval presence and strengthening its alliances in the Pacific. Countries like Japan, Australia, and the United Kingdom frequently participate in joint military exercises, sending a clear message of unity against China's growing influence. While the U.S. Navy patrols the Pacific with aircraft carriers and amphibious groups, China's People's Liberation Army Navy plan is also deploying its aircraft carriers and advanced destroyers. However, unlike China, which largely stand alone, the United States enjoys the support of its allies, making Beijing increasingly uneasy. For China, the South China Sea is a strategic region that it considers vital to its national interests. But with American and allied warships regularly patrolling these waters, Beijing finds itself under mounting pressure. The U.S. strategy, especially under the Trump administration and continuing under Biden, has been to counter China's maritime claims through joint patrols and military exercises. This approach aims to challenge China's dominance and assert American influence in the Indo-Pacific. A game changer, equipping F-16 Vipers with LRASM. The decision to equip F-16 Viper fighter jets with LRASM marks a significant shift in military strategy. While China may have an advantage in terms of fleet size and geographical proximity, the addition of long-range anti-ship missiles to U.S. aircraft provides a powerful counterbalance. LRASM is an advanced missile system designed to target enemy warships. Originally developed for larger aircraft, such as the F/A-18 Super Hornet and B-1B Lancer, integrating this weapon into the widely used F-16 represents a major technological leap. With its stealth capabilities, AI-driven target detection, and an extended range of up to 600 kilometers, LRASM can penetrate Chinese naval defenses and neutralize key warships. This move signals a clear intent from the Pentagon to weaken China's maritime dominance. The U.S. military believes that by arming numerous F-16s with LRASM, it can create a flexible and powerful aerial threat capable of striking Chinese naval assets across the Indo-Pacific. China's response in the rising arms race. China sees this development as a direct provocation. The Chinese government argues that the U.S. is destabilizing the region by escalating military tensions. However, China is not unprepared. It has its own countermeasures, including advanced air defense systems and anti-ship missiles designed to protect its fleet. Meanwhile, the U.S. is strengthening its regional alliances. Countries like South Korea, Japan, Canada, and Australia are deepening their military cooperation with Washington. This includes not only joint exercises, but also logistical support, such as naval repairs and access to strategic air and sea bases. Despite these tensions, military experts remain divided on whether the U.S. or China has the upper hand in a potential crisis. While the U.S. enjoys superior global logistics network and strong alliances, China benefits from its geographical proximity and rapid defense modernization. The integration of LRASM into F-16s may tilt the balance slightly in favor of the U.S., but is only one part of a much larger and more complex military equation. Will this arms race lead to peace or conflict? As both superpowers continue to expand their military capabilities, the risk of confrontation in the Pacific grows. Diplomacy and strategic negotiations remain crucial in preventing a full-scale conflict. However, for now, neither side appears willing to back down. The U.S. move to arm its F-16s with long-range anti-ship missiles adds another dimension to the ongoing rivalry, and China may soon introduce its own countermeasures. As military buildup continues on both sides, the The question remains, will this arms race ultimately maintain peace through deterrence, or will it escalate into a larger crisis? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for the latest news and analysis. Thank you for watching. Storm clouds are gathering in the Pacific. What happens next remains to be seen.